Welcome to part 13, everybody, of Wind Waker. We have just gotten Faori's Pearl from the Great Deku Tree after rescuing Makar from the Forbidden Woods. And of course, Red Lions here explains that Ganon's been here too. We know. And of course, we have to hurry on to the next location where we can get our final Pearl, which is named after the goddess Naru. Anyway, it's going to be a little bit before I get there, but just hurry things along in this playthrough, I decided to speed up the footage, and I will make the occasional pit stop in order to talk to the fishermen to chart some islands. So, yeah, I won't bore you guys to death. And with that, let us set sail to our next destination. Okay, pit stop number 1, this place right here. We know the drill, throw the bait, have the fish come out, and chart the island, and he will give us some information. Alright, so what is this place? Well, this place is called the Private Oasis, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you that this place actually belongs to Mrs. Marie. Yep, this is Mrs. Marie's Private Oasis right here. And of course, what the fisherman will explain right here is that he will explain a golden set of silverware. Yeah, triumph forks. And he says that inside there is a chart in order to find one of these triumph forks. Now, folks, if you've played this game before and beaten it, you know exactly what we really mean by triumph forks. But I'm not going to say it to spoil first-time viewers, so yeah. Anyway, folks, there is something else I want to show you before I move onward to our next location. And of course, whenever you see a flock of seagulls out in the middle of the sea, be careful, because that is usually the location of something very nasty. Hey, wait for it. Here we go. Meet the Big Octo. The Big Octo here pretty much creates this whirlpool that will try and suck you in. Now, if you do not defeat the Big Octo before it sucks you in, he will inhale you and it will spit you out to a random location out in the Great Sea, and we do not want that. Anyway, to defeat the Big Octo, you can use your boomerang to target its eyes, and once all of its eyes have gone black, it'll be considered dead, and it will leave behind a nice piece of treasure. Now, of course, as we get other long-range weapons later on in this game, we can destroy its eyes in one hit. But with the boomerang, you can knock it out with 2, and the boomerang does have 5 lock-on capabilities, so that's good. So yeah, there are a number of these big octos out in the sea. In fact, I will run into one more in this video. So yeah, but overall, this thing shouldn't be too bad. You just gotta pay attention to which eyes have not been destroyed, and there, it's dead. Of course, it'll leave behind a ring for us to pick up, and it's possibly leaving some rupees, but since I'm currently at maximum capacity with the wallet, I will not pick it up just yet. Alright, and with that, we will move onward to our destination. So, here we go. You may have noticed that there are some new enemies out at sea. One of them is known as the cannon boat, and it will shoot bombs at you. Yeah. And the other is known as the sea hat. Yes, cousin to the pea hat. They're big, and they are just as annoying, and I'll explain more about them as we encounter them in this game. So yeah, anyway, the fisherman charts Cyclop Reef, and he'll explain about the meaning of the Ring of Lights. Now, the Ring of Lights are locations out at sea that you can actually salvage for treasure. And that is nice. because you can salvage things like rupees and stuff if you're trying to get money, and it's good to know. Anyway, that's all we have to do at this place, so let's get going. Alright, here we are at our destination, and there are dark, ominous clouds swarming it. This is not a good sign. This is not a good sign at all. Yes, folks, welcome to Great Fish Island, and it is a mess. Ugh. Yeah, we can see it. It's been destroyed. So yeah, this place used to be the home of a spirit known as a Jaboon, and let's hope nothing bad happens to him because we need that pearl. Oh, and hey, look! In comes our old friend Quill, and he's pretty much going to be Mr. Exposition, explaining what has happened here. All because the great Balu had a vision and told Quill to relay the message to Link. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay, we can see that. It's a mess. Yeah, and we all know who the Shadow is. Oh! Well, luckily Jaboon has fled the area before it got destroyed. And he has relocated to Outset Island. Huh. So, looks like Link is going to go home after all. That's nice. But then, of course, he explains that there is this mighty stone slab blocking the cave entrance where he's residing. And, of course, he apologizes to Link because he has told the pirates about this location as well. So, yeah, the pirates went to Outset, tried to destroy the stone slab, but can't. So, what they're doing is they are going to go to Windfall to get some bombs to blow up that stone slab. Whatever. Anyway, looks like we are going to have to do the same thing. Go over to Windfall and get some bombs, but there's a good chance we will run into the pirates as well, so, yeah. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, folks, that after we get the bombs and get to Outset and get... That's it. That's all we have to do to get the final pearl of this game. And, yeah, are we expecting to face another dungeon? Nope. No, that's it. It's just as easy as getting the bombs, setting a course for Link's home island, and BAM! We're there. So, yeah, easiest way to get a MacGuffin. A required MacGuffin. So, you're wondering, what's up? Well, I have read and heard all over the internet that there were supposed to be more dungeons planned for this game, but for the sake of time and all that stuff, they had to cut some things out. Now, I don't know if Great Fish Island was supposed to have a dungeon or not, but at this point, it doesn't really matter since we're going to get a free plot coupon as soon as we get the bombs and head over to Link's home island. Now, of course, I will have to go ahead and tell you that I will not head straight to Link's Island as soon as I get the bombs. At first, I will pretty much instead be doing some major sea charting, and I will get more into that before this video ends. So, yeah, anyway, we're going to get to the fisherman, and we are going to chart this island. And you may have noticed that the overworld music has changed a little bit. It sounds a bit more dark and ominous to reflect the current situation. Now, of course, the fisherman here will chart the island. And when he charts Great Fish Island, it will be in the shape of a fish. Which begs the question, what did this place look like before Ganon came and smashed it to pieces? I mean, what did it originally look like? I bet you there are some artists out there on DeviantArt who pretty much had a guesstimation what this place might have looked like, but oh well. And of course, the fisherman will explain that it will appear during a certain phase of the moon, and we have heard this information before at another location. And what is this it? What is the it? Well, we'll find out the it later on. Now, before I leave Great Fish Island and head to Windfall, I'm going to get a piece of heart. Yeah, I can get a piece of heart here right now. And to do that, head towards this island with the spiral hill and climb on upward. And at the top, we will come across one of the Karoks and a wilted pink tree. And you'll notice that their plan to spread forest throughout the Great Sea has pretty much gone into a bit of a snag. Yeah, but don't worry, we will help them later on. Anyway, we need to come to this island because, as you can see here, there are a couple of big land masses. One that has split with the beach down the middle, and there's another one to the right. Now, the one to the right has an alcove on it that you can barely see. I mean, when I recorded this footage, I had a dark TV, but there's an alcove there on the big right island that's in front of you. Not this one right here, not the one I'm looking at. The one I just passed. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Anyway, what you want to do here is pretty much set the wind in the direction you want to go, but which is actually northwest, the direction I've already set it to. So lucky me. And then afterwards, all you have to do is just use your Deku Leaf and glide on over there. Now, I have to admire Ganon's tenacity in this game because he's pretty much learned he's pretty much learned from his mistakes in Ocarina. I mean, hey, he's like, they're getting close. Instead of saying monsters, I will destroy this place. And that's pretty much what he did. He pretty much said, screw it, I'm going to destroy this place. There, no dungeon, no traps, no nothing. So yeah. Anyway here, as long as you guide the Deku Leaf this way, you should make your destination no problem. Yeah. And in this chest right here will contain our heart piece. And why is it in the spiked chest? I mean, wouldn't that hurt Link if he touched any of those spikes? Whatever. There's one more thing I want to show you before I leave for Windfall. You see the platform nearby? Right there? Well, there's a figure out there I want to take a closer look at. And this guy right here, he's one of the traveling merchants that Zanari spoke of. And yeah, he's one of the key figures that we need to talk to during that whole trading sequence in order to get more variety to Zanari's shop. And if you notice his shape, he kind of looks like a Goron. And yes, folks, he is a Goron. He's one of the few Gorons in this game. And it's a safe bet that any other merchants that we meet in this place, in this game, will be Gorons as well. But I just thought I'd show it off so that when we get started with the training sequence, you won't be that surprised. Alright, let's get going, shall we? What you want to do here is pull out your Wind Waker and set the wind to northeast, because between here and Windfall, there's only one square, and since the travel distance between the two locations is short, I will not speed up the footage. Well, traveling footage, that is. There will be one spot on the way I will speed up, and I will tell you. Anyway, let's get going. And when we get out into the open sea, again, I've told you that the music has gone darker, more ominous, and it's because right now the sea has become cursed. Yeah, it's all cursed, stormy, and it is night. And it will be night for a good while. Now, if you listen to the music carefully, it's a mixture of the sea overworld theme and a mixture of another familiar theme from from past Zelda games. In fact, the theme of the enemy. So, yeah. Yep, starting to recognize that theme now, folks. I'll shut up a little bit so you can listen to it a little bit. A little more of it. Blech, sorry. Okay. Alright, folks, we have another new enemy. This shark creature is known as the Georg. And the Georg tend to come up from behind Link, and what they'll do is they will pretty much follow the same course as Link. And if you even make a slight course correction, they will go straight towards you, and they will knock you off your boat. Of course, 2 boomerang shots will kill it, no problem. But these things can be real annoying. And of course, I tried to dodge the Georg's attacks, and I was unaware of a flock of seagulls, which means I'm about to run into a big octo. Now, since I have fought the big octo before, I will speed up this fight so that we can move things along. And, yeah. Well, that's that. Anyway, back to the Georg shark enemies. Anyway, if you are stopped and these things appear, then they will circle your boat, and they will attempt to knock you off, and you can avoid their attacks by jumping over them. And of course, they can be such a pain, especially if one of them knocks you off and you're trying to get back on the boat, and another one knocks you off into the water again. And here's another annoying thing. They can follow you into another quadrant. See, for example, I am well into Windfall Island territory. However, the Georg is still pretty much, well, it's still pretty much right there. And if I make a slight course correction, it will jump up and it will try and ram my boat. So, yeah. And another enemy that I have not yet mentioned, Octoroks that shoot bombs at you. And you may have encountered some earlier in this playthrough, but I didn't show them off for some reason or another. So yeah, anyway, you can see here, there's the pirate ship docked at Windfall Island. And yeah, let's just say that we're about to have another fateful encounter with them. And we'll see. And drawing attention to the townsfolk, as you notice here when we enter the town, it's pretty much almost deserted and all that, so yeah, we have nothing to worry about. So yeah, what we have to do now is head up to the bomb shop, and when we go up to the bomb shop, it will be locked. And yeah, and of course the voice inside will say, "We're closed, scram." Which means we have to find a way to get into the bomb shop another way. So here's what we have to do. We go the same way we went to catch one of the kids in the hide and seek game. Pretty much we're going to have to go across this narrow patch of land. Careful not to fall off into the water, or else we will have to climb up and do this again. And once we get to the back side of the bomb shop, we will climb these vines and we will crawl inside the hole there. So yeah. So what's the story here? Well, when we first visited Windfall Island, if you go into the bomb shop, there'll be the bomb keeper, the shopkeeper, Cannon. Yeah, that's his name, Cannon. Will try and sell you bombs at ridiculous prices, more than we can afford at any point of this game. And that's what he's trying to do to the pirates, or did try to do to the pirates before the pirates say, "Screw them, tie them up, and take all the bombs." So yeah. So it's pretty much, after this point in the game, that after we get access to the bombs, that good old Cannon here will lower the prices to more reasonable levels. So, yeah. Anyway, we're having this nice little banter between Mako and Gonzo about how Gonzo managed to trick Quill into spilling out vital information. You know, the information about Jaboon and the Pearl. And then, of course, that's fascinating. Yeah, wit and cunning. Okay. And this dialogue implies here that Gonzo has a crush on Tetra, and Tetra's at least Link's age. I'm not going to say any more. And of course, Tetra will have none of that. Alright, so yeah, they're going to get those bombs back to the ship so they can get over to Outset Island to get the Pearl. Now, of course, the crew are like, we're on land. Let's party a little bit. And yeah, of course, Tetra wants to get over there, back to the Outset Island ASAP. And as we learn throughout this dialogue, that Tetra has developed a kind of a soft spot for Outset Island. And of course, the boys want to stay the night because, well, hey, I kind of want to stay the night if it was rainy and nasty out there too. So, you know, well, how did she become the leader of the pirates in the first place? I mean, even though she is just a kid. Well, there's a theory that I have, but I will share it in a bit. Now, of course, Mako points out here that she cares more for the island than the Pearl. And, well, Tetra spots Link. And instead of revealing his location, Tetra decides to, yeah, why not? We're here. Let's party. And, of course, they're all happy. Oh, and you want to pay attention to right here because Mako here will tell good old Gonzo a certain password, and we need to either memorize it or write it down. Because what we're going to do next is we are going to head over to the pirate ship, and we need to get that password. We need to have the right password spoken to, or else we will not get inside the ship. So, yeah. And of course, afterwards, we will have to leave poor Cannon to his fate of being tied up. There's nothing we can do. Oh well. Sorry to leave you like this, buddy, but I have more important things to do, like get their bombs. Okay. Alright, let's head over to the pirate ship, and for the most part, the ship will be deserted except for one person, and that will be poor old Nico. And because he is the lowest of the totem pole, he will stay behind, or has been ordered to stay behind to guard the ship. Kind of sucks to be the newest recruit, doesn't it? Yep. It's kind of like hazing. Alright, let's go. And of course, we have to enter the password at this point. And of course, the password is case sensitive, so... And thankfully, I had a good memory that day and got it right my first try. Because, well, I didn't have a pen on hand and I didn't have a piece of paper to write down the thing, so, yeah, so that's pretty much how it's done. You just type in the password, and I don't know if it randomly changes throughout the playthrough. I assume it does, but, yeah. Anyway, now that we are inside the cabin again, let's go explore Tetra's room, since there's no one there guarding it. So, let's do it. Alright, inside this room, there's a picture of a chart with some familiar looking triangle formations. Yeah, a Triforce. And of course, those locations are actually Forest Haven, Dragon Roost, and Greatfish. So, yeah. There's a picture of the Hero of Time right there. So, yeah. And that woman right there, that's Tetra's mother. She was the original leader of the pirates. So I assume something bad happened to her. She died of mysterious circumstances, and pretty much by default, Tetra became the leader. So yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much. This is pretty much Tetra's room. That's all that. That's pretty much all there is. So let's go on down there and reunite with Nico. And of course, he's so happy that Link is back, and of course, he's pretty much disappointed that he won't be able to join the pirates. But he's going to entertain Link with a new contest. Basically, we are going to swing some ropes again. But this time, there are no platforms to swing back and forth between, and we have to just, well, swing from rope to get to the end. So, yeah. Now, of course, the pirate ship has gone through a little renovating process. They're now crates, and yeah. Now, the thing about this little mini game is that, of course, we have to get to that platform at the end. However, they have added a gate this time around, and the switch that we press will open the gate. And the gate is timed so that, and if we do not make it in time to that room before the gate closes, we're going to have to do this again until we get it right, because we cannot move on until we get those bombs, because the bombs are right there in that chest. And I think it's ridiculous. This is so stupid. Why do I have to do this? Why do I have to do this? It's so stupid and lame, and just for a set of bombs. I mean, what happened to the good old-fashioned go into a dungeon and get the bombs from the treasure chest? What happened to just go onto a bomb shop and buy a bomb bag and get bombs that way? So, and basically, swinging is not that bad. All you have to do is just stop, adjust, and swing from rope to rope easily. Of course, in a bit, I will screw up royally, and well, I have to do this again. Oh, just time your swings carefully, and you should make it all right. And oh, here I go! Ah! Why? Stupid ropes and stupid swinging. I hate this part of the game. Well, anyway, I made it here to these crates right here, and here's a nice little glitch. If you jump at the right moment, you can actually grab this rope right here. I don't know how that happened. I don't know if that was supposed to happen. Who cares? It happened, and it's beneficial to me. So yeah, all you have to do is take your time, swing from rope to rope, adjust accordingly, and you should be fine. Now, you'll hear in a moment the ticking timer, meaning that the gate is about to close, and what that means is I'm going to have to go back all the way to the beginning, step on the switch, and do this all again. So, but thankfully, I made it here before the timer runs out. Of course, make sure you adjust so you get at the right angle. Yep, and there's the ticking timer right there. And, haha, I've beaten your test, Nico. Yes, I am incredible. And of course, we find out that Nico has never passed this test. So yeah, I now surpass you, Nico. You're back at the bottom of the totem pole again. Haha. So yeah, for that we are going to get the bombs, and now we can use the bombs, and that is just fantastic. Alright. Again with the spiked treasure chest. I don't get it. Maybe the pirates put it there as a booby trap, but it's pretty lousy since I got the bombs anyway. And then, of course, getting the bombs will trigger the cutscene of Tetra talking to you. Anytime now. There we go. And, of course, yeah, Tetra's not surprised that we are here. And, of course, yeah, rub salt into the wounds. I haven't saved my sister yet. Thank you very much. Hey, At least I'm trying to save my sister the right way. What have you pirates been doing? Diddly squat. And it turns out that we did not get all of the pirates' bombs. Nope, they have some reserves. And it's pretty much a big race at this point, because the pirates will leave at first light to get to Outset Island. And if we have not reached Outset Island by the time the pirates have gotten there early in the morning, then, well, kiss the pearl goodbye. So, well, here's the good news, folks. You know that cursed sea out there? You know why? You know the reason it's nighttime out there? The curse? Well, turns out that the curse is preventing daylight. And it will remain cursed until Link gets the pearl. So, yeah. Link will be the winner via game script. So, yeah. Alright, Nico. I'm going to teach you a little lesson now. I'm going to be cruel right now. I'm actually going to seal the gates while Nico is inside, leaving him trapped all night long. And this is for making me taking all those rope lessons. How you like them apples? So yeah, that was a pretty jerk move, but hey, Nico deserves it. He's pretty much the butt monkey of the crew. Alright, so yeah, like I said, folks, it will be nighttime until we get the pearl, so we have nothing to worry about from the pirates. So yeah. Anyway, in my next video, I will do some massive sea charting, but thankfully, I will cut out most of it. Yeah, I will chart pretty much most of the islands, and I will only include locations of interest, meaning that I will do some pit stops here and there as to get some things like upgrades for your wallet and your bomb bags. So that's nice. And of course, before I end this video, we should head back to the post box near the dock, because there will be 2 letters. One will be from Beetle, saying that he is now carrying bombs to, and yeah. And it turns out that he got the bombs from the pirates as well. We don't know how, but it happened. And another one is from good old Orca, saying that we need to collect the Knight's Crests. And yeah, I've been doing that, collecting those Knight Crests, and again, we have to gather 10 and give it to him in order to get a new powerful attack. So yeah, that's all nice and dandy and all that stuff. Oh yeah, we also get Beetle's chart, which pretty much which is pretty much every location that Beetle's shop is throughout the Great Sea. So that's nice. La 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 la. And of course, Orca gives you 20 rupees, and yeah, thank you. Of course, it won't be worthless without upgrading my wallet at this time. Yeah, so yeah. Part 14 will be me charting the Great Sea. Again, I will cut out most of it to save you all the headache, and I will show you where to stop throughout this Great Sea. Yeah, I'm going to be charting through this mess, this stormy weather. And yeah, I'm insane, folks. I'm completely nuts, and it will show. I mean, I was starting to lose at this point when I was trying the entire Great Sea, because there are enemies that can really screw you over if you do not know what to do. So I would not recommend trying the entire Great Sea at this time, but I'm doing it because, well, I'm nuts. See you next part, folks.